I'ma survive.
Y'all, do y'all remember this bathroom or one of the bathrooms? I used to sit here and do my makeup a couple of years ago. Oh, I drank too much coffee, y'all. You ever drink too much coffee and your hands start shaking? Lord, God, these hands, Lord, God, these hands. But I was like, I need to sit down. And I literally ran out the door this morning. I just decided to throw some clothes in a bag because I was looking like who done it. But I had to get to where I was going, and I had to do some work. And now I'm back at my parents' house picking up the twins. But a mom's got to do what a mom's got to do. Anyway, there was so much that I had to say yesterday, and I thought about it. I just put up a video, a little trailer for Black History Month, and I can't wait to put the full thing out. Hopefully it's up by now, honey, because I have been working on that for quite some time. But I have been listening to a lot of like motivational stuff and just speaking affirmations into my life. And I just want to stress how important it is to focus your mind on what you want and train your mind to dodge like negativity or dodge like falling into a hole and thinking about negative things. Because if it isn't a physical thing, the only thing that can change it is you and your mind. You know what I mean? There's no physical thing that can change you and your mind. It's not money, it's not material, it's not food, it's not your relationships with people. It's literally you. And I feel like my ear is acting up. That's a whole nother story, y'all, what I've been dealing with. But I haven't even wanted to talk about it on this platform because I'm like, that's not where I want to go in my thought process or speaking it out, because I'm just trying to align my life right. So, and I can say that having a year to heal, and I can say that having a year to heal and really take some time off in my life, which a lot of people don't get to do, after my divorce, was super, 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 super important. And before, I couldn't really talk about things. I couldn't talk about things. I wanted to talk about it, but it was too fresh. It was too real. It was too in the moment. And, I think in the beginning, I spoke a lot in the moment. And then, I started to change and I started to think about the things that I was saying out loud in the moment and how it impacted myself and my thoughts, and how you go down that rabbit hole. So needless to say, mental health is super important, and you don't have to be crazy to focus on mental health. You don't have to be diagnosed with some type of disorder or mental disease or whatever to focus on mental health. Mental health is a part of your physical well-being as well. And I can tell you that my physical, this is nothing new, but for the old people, my overall well-being wasn't because I needed to focus on my mental health. And I truly believe whenever you, especially when you go through a divorce, you need a year. That's my opinion. You let me know down in the comment section what you think you need, or anybody else needs, or whatever, leave your opinion, whatever. I'm open to it. But I really think you need a solid year, especially if it was a long existing relationship, that it spanned over a decade. You need a year to yourself to focus on your physical health, your mental health, and what you want your life to be like by yourself, and not always imagining yourself with the past person or the present person, because if those things don't come together, if one falls apart and the other one never happens, then where are you? You need to be solid where you are within yourself, physically and mentally. And I know for me, I miss these bathroom talks, child. Oh, I need to move back in with my parents. I rebuke that. I rebuke that. But for me, and let me stop this import. And I can say for me, in the beginning of my whole process on this wonderful YouTube, well, no, not in the beginning, when I started to really, really open up and share, y'all, I felt like, and this is why I haven't really been open with like my friends, my family. I shut all the way down, and I could compare how I felt at the time was like I was, and hear me when I say this because I want you to get the visual. I literally felt like I was mentally, like mortally wounded. Like somebody had given me an explosive, like it was a hot potato, and said, like it was hot potato, and said, here, and ran off. And then I was left to deal with everything thereafter, like the explosion and the rebuilding and the pain and the memories of the explosion and all those things. Like if I can compare it to something, and the only thing I knew how to do was bunker down like this, and I was not open to anyone. And when I say anyone, I mean y'all. I mean like my family, friends. I was not open. And it's not that I didn't want to be open, but I was like this. And I'm naturally a Scorpio anyway. Like I don't like to be told what to do. And I take things, I internalize things, I take things, I can't even say to heart. I take it like somewhere deeper than the heart, like the essence of me. I take it to like my soul. I take it to my spirit, which is why I don't even know why I'm on this platform if I'm so darn just naturally I'm a feeler. Some people are like doers, they're into actions and stuff, but like naturally I feel, and I feel for other people naturally. And that's why like I'm very loyal. I'm a loyal friend. I'm just a loyal person. All in all, like I'm super loyal. So when you show me that you're not loyal to me, I take that as like, you know, like you are never welcome. You just, me and you just not going to be there ever again, because I take loyalty as one of the most biggest things ever. Because for me, the way I feel is like people are going to go through, people are going to say things to each other, but it's what I say to you and not to everybody else. Like I love my mama and everything. And if me and my mother had an argument, I would never go off and share something that me and my mother said, or same thing with my sister. I would never go off and um, betray someone else's loyalty. In order for me to do that, because I'm not a person who will be like, I'm not an aggressive person. I don't like confrontation as it is. In order for me to lash out, like something has had to have happened, not just once, like on multiple occasions, because I'm a Scorpio, and Scorpios have a, thick shell or whatever. So it takes time to penetrate a Scorpio. It takes time. So in order for you to penetrate my mind, my spirit, and whatever, like it has to have been like an ongoing, just like a ticking, 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 for me to be like, now I'm gonna make you wish you had never done that. You know what I mean? And I pity the fool. I pity the fool. I pity the fool because Scorpios are small desert creatures, but they pack a mighty punch. And even though they look vulnerable and weak, even when they are not, you just never know. You know, you never know. You may think the Scorpio is dead, but they're not. They're still alive, living and breathing well. So I say all that to say I know my personality, and nobody knows your personality, but I know I shut down and I left people out. Or I kick people out of my life. It's because I know my boundaries. And like if people can't respect my boundaries, then I'm just like, you can't respect the boundaries that I have demanded because I've respected the boundaries that you've haven't even had to demand. Um, and I've given you that without any demands. It's just what I give people naturally. So I expect a lot and I'm learning, you do just everybody. You cannot hold everybody to the same regard and the same expectations of what you get out of yourself and how you think. You will be highly disappointed. Leave a comment down below if you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like, and because you can't blame that on other people, you really have to stop and be like, I need to change this about myself. Like you can't blame people for what they are doing. You have to really stop and say, what am I allowing? What am I not going to allow anymore? So at some point, ooh, you have to do that. So, yeah, I shut down, completely shut down, and I must say I lost some friends, but I think I lost people that I should have lost in my life because when you go through, you will lose people that you thought, I've said this before, that you thought you would not lose. And I'm speaking of friends. Because I would tell people my boundaries, be like, look, I know you're trying to be my friend and I know you want to tell me the raw, dirty truth and you think that's going to help me. But if somebody tells you, I don't learn best this way or this isn't helping me, then they are demanding something from you. They are demanding a boundary. And if you continue to be like, well, you need to hear this, well, then I'm sorry. I'm going to have to remove myself from you. And it's not because I don't love you. I love you, but I love me more to know that this is something that is mortally wounding me in the mental. So, and I think for me, I respect people's words more than their actions. People say actions speak louder than words, but I think words say a lot. Words say a lot about people because people don't do a lot of things to act out on what they say. They do a lot of talking. Um, but yeah, so I feel like the people who stuck around me, especially my family and my friends, the people that stuck around me and said, you know what, I'm just gonna be here for her. I'm gonna stay here for her. I'm gonna be in this with her and respected the demands that I needed at that time and didn't take it as oh, she's just saying this because she just thinks she has it all. No, I'm saying it because I'm effed up right now. I'm effed up right now, bro. You know? Um, and I think that's tough for people to hear. And sometimes they feel like, well, again, she doesn't think I'm worthy of telling her these things. She doesn't think that what I'm saying matters. And that's not true. And I always tell people when I make friends, I make family. I don't make friends because friends come and go, but family is forever. So if I show you guys a friend, that's like family to me. So I use the word friend very loosely. But when I say, well, I don't use the word friend loosely. It's kind of like the word love for me, but like in a non-sexual type of way, basically. Like that's my friend and I'm loyal to my friend. You will never hear me talk bad about my friend. Even if they're the crappiest people in the world. You know what I'm saying? So So needless to say, I feel like this eye is going like wonky wonky. This eye. Where is this eye? So needless to say, I feel like everybody who stuck around me and put up with me, I really have to like not just um I really need to like make an effort to be present and to give them an apology, to be like, you know what? I heard everything that you were saying, and I'm sorry that I couldn't, make you understand that I appreciated you at the time. I'm sorry. But I wasn't in a place to be, um, I just wasn't in a place to understand anything. I was so focused on everything that was wrong. And I want to love people. I want to be loved. And I want to be a source of happiness. And I think that's hard for me. And anybody that knows me well is that, and it's probably hard for you guys to believe that because I'm on this social platform. When I go through, I completely shut down. You probably won't hear from me until like I'm through it, because I don't like sharing or being vulnerable and being on this platform. Anybody that knows me is like shocked that I'm even on a platform like this and I share my life. And I think this part of my life, has really, really made me more expressive, and just able to talk about things instead of internalizing it and keeping it in. So, yeah, I just, that was on my mind, you guys. And I don't know. I don't know if that's a Scorpio thing or not. And then we resurface and then we're out and we're like, hey, like, we're good. We're Geechee, and that's it. So this year, unlike last year when I was going through my healing pains, I am now 1 year divorce solid. I will count it as like, because it happened late, like December, and then everything had to go back and get amended and opened up, like finalized. So December, but it was like some parts were amended in around this time. So I take it as I am 1 year healed and happy, and I want to be happy, and I just want to be an awesome mother no matter what space in my life that I'm in. I am the master of my fate. I am the environment and not what is around me. I run this. Just saying. I'm glad we had this talk. Fist pump. Boom. You see my hairy knuckles? I took biotin. My edges fell out when I had my twins. So I thank God for my knuckle hair and, armpit hair and all those things, because, growing back edges is real. So, I got to keep track of my time because I'm just being such a chatty Cathy with y'all. So today I ran a couple of errands, helped a friend out, and I've got to go pick up her kids, pick up my kids, and then figure out what I'm going to do for dinner for everybody. My mom wants me to make this casserole recipe that I got from Publix, but I'm not quite sure to what I'm going to do, but it's going to be something. It's going to be something more delicioso. I've got a bunch of things to do pertaining to my car. Like, my car needs a good wax. It needs a good cleaning. But I may just save that for tomorrow. Oh, and I can't express to you all enough how how much I appreciate you guys. There is no entitlement that I ever feel to you all. I never feel like, for even the ones that don't like me that watch, I never feel entitled to you guys. You know, like I said, every friend, every friend ain't a best friend. You got some frenemies out there. But even those, I still appreciate. And I never feel entitled to your support, or like, ooh, if I put this video up, they better watch it. You know, or ooh, if I say this, they better stop talking about me. Certain things come with the territory, sweetie. You know? And anything in life, if you're going through anything in life, I challenge you to tune into the most wonderful things in life. And I've started this wake up routine that I'm going to share with y'all. Oh my gosh, it's so important. And like I said, mental health is extremely important, because when the physical goes, that's all you have is mentally. What are you mentally? Beauty fades, you know, you get older. All you have is memories and what you have stored in your brain. Mental health gets you through tough times, when times you don't feel like you're going to make it. So if you know that you don't have it, do things that are going to make you stronger. You know, you work out because you want a nice tight butt, right? Well, you got to do things that help your mental health. And if that means going to therapy, if that means, you know, getting closer to God, if that means, you know, talking it out, you have to let these things out to get your mental health on track. And like I said, you don't always have to be crazy to be focused on your mental health. It's crazy not to focus on your mental health, in my opinion. Like, it's kind of like eating food. You mean to tell me you're going to eat a cheeseburger every day and not expect to have a heart attack? You mean to tell me you're going to think about bad things every day and not expect, you know, to feel sad or depressed? Like, no. No. Mental health. Demand. Demand it. Don't want it.